you can all hear me and see me. So, okay. It's March and it is the International Women's Month, and which is actually very good because our guest for tonight, my guest for tonight, is one of the strong women that I know. For the Filipino Virtual Assistance family, I'm sure you know her very well. She is the pillar of FVA, and we'll be talking about how she started, how she grew FVA using social media. I will not lengthen this one. So allow me to introduce her. She is a licensed teacher, and at the same time, she is completing her PhD in the Asian Institute of Management, or AIM, the CEO and founder of FVA, Coach Grace Locsin. Good evening, Coach.
Hi, good evening. It's nice to be here. Thank you, Coach S.
Of course. Thank you so much for saying yes to my invitation. I know you're very busy, and I'm just happy that finally our schedules met. How are you, Coach? How's your Sunday so far?
It's good. We're able to spend time with family. Usually, I really don't work on Sunday, except for this one, live coaching and basically just yeah. So we were able to spend time, quality time with family. I just took a break for this one because you're special, and then we're going to have a movie night after this.
Oh, okay. With your 3 boys.
Yes, the 3 men in my life.
Yes. Okay, Coach. So let me get on to the first question. How did you started the Filipino Virtual Assistance?
It started in 2016. My background has always been in administration and management. So maybe because that's always been my passion and my heart, when I see something that's chaotic, I'm going to put process on it. It may be clothes or the houses, and I can just function without process. So I organize stuff, and also my master's and my doctorate has always been in administration as well, even if it's related in education. So back, in 2010, we were approached to start a company, an outsourcing company for virtual assistants. So we learned QuickBooks, we learned social media, digital marketing, video, real estate virtual assistants, basically. And then I was there as the office manager for 2 years. And when I got pregnant to twins, I stopped because my values has always been work-life balance, being there for the family. And I couldn't afford leaving the twins, and not spending moments with them because I'm away, I'm working and spending a lot of my time in work, basically giving all of my life. And I feel like it's wasting. So I stopped. I went to the home-based kind of scenario, the home-based industry, the freelancing. And to our surprise, that was the best decision we've ever done because the quality of our lives really improved. So my husband and I moved home-based. On our first month, we were on an internet cafe. So we really scratched from nothing. No, we really started from scratch, like nothing at all, no internet at home. No, we had a little we have beds, we have like an air condition, but we have a little stove, but we have a fridge. It was a wedding gift, but when it comes to like having nice computers, and having quality in the life that were nothing at all. So to make the long story short, after a month, we were able to have internet and computer at home. We bought like a 16,000 computer and we were working on it. I was working in the day, Coach Gio was working at night, and it was like there were even weeks where we rented a laptop just to be able to cope up with the client demand. And to our surprise, on our second or third month, we were already averaging our combined salary from the home-based income was around 104,000 pesos. So that's
that's a very good start.
And then the ones that I trained in that, outsourcing company, the virtual assistants there, noticed the quality of our lives, like how it all improved. Like we were traveling here and there, locally, internationally. We moved to a bigger house. We started buying properties. We started getting a car, and everything just improved. So they were asking me, hey, you trained us in that outsourcing company setting. So why don't you go ahead and start also training and coaching us on how it's being done? And I've done it
Mhm.
in the past. This was in 2000, between 2012 to 2015. And people would come in our house and I would teach them. But I really did not take it seriously until one day, I was working from home. I was earning maybe around, $10 per hour that time as a social media manager. Okay, that was
Wow.
what my niche that I really focused on. And I had this light bulb moment where I was just like thinking, I'm so blessed because my kids are like running around, chasing balls because they were, like doing
My dad.
manipulations during the time. They were like toddlers. And I'm here
Yes.
sipping my coffee and enjoying this moment. How I wish all mothers like me or women like me are enjoying or able to enjoy moments like this. So it was then that I remembered, like how my previous virtual assistants, office-based virtual assistants were, asking me to do training. So I created a curriculum a little bit, and then I also crafted to make it more real life. They can apply it portfolio-based. And after that, it was just like boom, it grew from there. So it did not really, we did not take it seriously after, maybe if it, it was after 1 year that we registered it as a company, as a real business. So that's where it started. It started with that light bulb moment from the people asking me from my previous workplace after they noticed that our lives improved because of freelancing. Basically, for me, especially because of my social media niche.
Oh, okay. So, which is really perfect for this topic that we have tonight. And also, Coach, I know it's not easy to create a curriculum and at the same time bring it out there, market, get students. So, what challenges did you experience in marketing FBA? Because, this was years ago and it's not like
Mhm.
social media you've experienced before, it's the same social media now,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So what
Today
were
it's
the
more
challenges?
like, yeah, today you can go viral and you can be famous and you can be noticed just a
Right,
day,
right.
overnight.
Yeah.
Your life can transform in just one night. Before it was really hard because not everybody knows social media. When we started in 2010, social media marketing was very much new, and we were starting then. For our clients, we were using different types of strategies. We were experimenting, but my challenges were really to compete with national brands. Okay, because I'm
That
down
was the
south.
goal.
Coach Irish is in the middle of the country, but I'm down south. And when you go national, when you go and publish your company and offer the value that you want to give to people, they don't really trust you because you're down south and they don't know you. So that was the challenge, like how you
Right.
establish authority, how you can establish that your heart is pure and you're there to help. How can you establish that you are trustworthy and what you have to give as as an academy is just value that can really help them. So that was the main challenge for us.
I see. Okay. Coach, before I go to my second question, I'd just like to greet the people that are in watching us. Catherine Cabahog, if I'm not mistaken, she is in Manila. So hello there. Hope everything is
Bye.
okay. Yes, and feel free to, if you have some questions for Coach Grace on how she grew FVA or how to grow a business online, yes, feel free to put it in the chat box because we can read it anytime. So, Coach, how did FVA grow to what it is now? So, yeah.
Only one answer: social media. uh, we did not really register it. We're all remotely working. So I am enrolled right now with Asian Institute of Management, and I'm
Yes.
probably the only one that's enrolled there that's purely remotely. Like I haven't seen Coach Irish since she started with the FVA franchise.
Exactly.
Yes,
Hopefully
personally.
this year, coach.
Yes,
Hopefully.
yay. We're gonna
Yes.
visit Cebu soon. Um, and then all of our staff are remote, all of our marketing strategies are remote, everything, the whole operations. So we have SOPs, we have branding, we registered as a corporation, we have different types of operational management processes, mapping and everything. But when it comes to growing the company, it was mainly just social media, nothing at all. Mainly Facebook,
Wow.
mainly going out there and just establishing yourself one social proof to another. It really helped
Yes.
us by just providing one success story, feedback. Like if there were ratings, we would put it out there. If there were feedback, we would put it out there. And even if you would interview some, even right now, our students, they would always check the feedback. They would always check the social proof, and it will validate the
True.
value that we're saying because
Yes.
people are saying, what we have to offer and what they experience from us. And that's just basically because of social media. We did not meet these people. We did not, rehearse them. We did not really tell them what to say. They are just saying what they are getting and experiencing from our courses. And it's all based, through social media, nothing else.
That's right.
Basically, number one with Facebook, and then we also have LinkedIn. We also have Twitter, Instagram,
YouTube.
YouTube, okay, TikTok. These are the different social media sites that we are in. And when it comes to our growth, we have grown exponentially in Facebook page. And lately, we have been getting students from YouTube. So they're coming in and saying, I have seen you on YouTube. That's why I'm enrolling.
Nice.
We're giving a lot of value.
Mm.
We're getting some clients from LinkedIn, and others also are knowing about us, establishing relationships on who we are via our Instagram account, and Twitter account. So you can focus on one social media that's really effective for you. The rest, you need to also establish those because that will still validate the authority and your expertise.
Wow.
So don't just focus on one, like I'm just gonna be here and don't care about the others because that might be a waste. You're wasting an opportunity that you're able to still reach out as a brand in other social media
Social
sites.
media
And
platforms.
yeah, social media platforms. So number one, when it comes to the growth for the Filipino Virtual Assistance, we are a service-based company. We are an e-learning company. We are a brand that is operating purely remotely, and we're able to sustain our growth, especially last year because of the pandemic. Everybody
Yeah.
wanted to
It's at
go
home.
online. Everybody wanted to learn how they can earn from home, and we all carried out the process through social media and basically all online.
Yeah. Okay. Coach, I would just like to say hello once again to the others that are in. M. Silvestre, he says or she says good evening to the both of us,
Hi,
Coach, and
Ellen.
Melanie also good evening. So, okay. Yeah. So, social media has really been very instrumental to the growth
Mhm.
of FVA because personally, Coach, I knew FVA through Facebook. It was no other platform, honestly. Probably it was later on that I learned, oh, FBA is also in YouTube. But then I think the foremost platform then was really social media. And at that time, what I noticed was FBA is very consistent.
Very
And I
true.
think that is one of the ingredients for growth. Now, Coach, FBA was started back in 2016. We are now 2021 now, and
Mhm.
FBA really grew. What's the direction now of FBA?
We are going global as a company.
Yay!
So it's the main
Yes,
office, but if you're
so
enrolled also
happy.
with both Irish, everybody, like I always mention this to the FBA family group, that when we fly, everybody flies with us, like it's not just this territory or this territory or this course, everybody. So if you're a part of the FBA family, if you're a
That's what I love
freelancer,
about this family, coach.
yes, we are going to go global. So it's time for the Filipino digital workforce to arise and be the new
Yes,
source of
exactly.
the digital workforce in the world, because they need us, like we are very well versed when it comes to English communication.
English.
We are very techy, especially the millennials today, and even the moms and the
Yeah.
titos, okay?
Right, right.
And then, we have all the ingredients to really search, okay, to really go and be the main workforce. Right now, we're the third. There are different types of resources out there. Others will say we're on the seventh, but the latest one is saying that this is according to PayPal, that we are the seventh we're the third when it comes to the biggest freelancing workforce in the world. Now, US is number one because, of course, they are one of the biggest continents. So they're going to be
Mm,
for one based on the number of people. And then
yeah.
second is India. So right now, when it comes to being the best freelancers probably that we can cope with outside of the American continent, it's the Filipinos, because we're better when it comes to English. We are
English.
very motivated. We're very much, when we focus, okay, we're very much like go-getters, and we can do it. We just need the
Yeah,
right training, right tools.
true.
So
And
please go global. And we're positioning ourselves to becoming the the authority when it comes to the freelancing platform, providing online courses and online services. So we don't want, like just one platform when it comes to online courses, another platform, providing services. We want to be able to have, all of these things
everything.
offered in one place, okay?
Mm.
Online services, online freelancing solutions. So that's going to be under Surge, and FVA is based in the Philippines, but in the global scenario, our branding is going to be Surge, and all of the graduates in Filipino Virtual Assistance will be available in the Surge marketplace for possible hiring opportunity.
Good news. That's very good news, coach. Especially, I'm on my second batch now, and some of my
Yay.
trainees are also in the room. Like Timmy is in Manila.
Hi.
Hello there. Good evening. Thanks for watching. So, coach, you mentioned about Surge.
Mhm.
Surge, I think, started at the later end of 2020, but it became live just this March, right? This
Mhm.
month. Can you please
Yes.
tell us more about Surge Digital Agency?
So Search Digital Agency is our brand in the global scenario. So right now, there's no other service based in the freelancing marketplace that's offering trained and experienced freelancers. When
Mm,
clients are in, they're always second guessing as to, is this going to be an expert? Can they provide value right on day one? So that's what we're providing to the clients out there. And the beauty is, with the Filipino virtual assistants, we have 30,000 virtual assistants in our academy. And these are people, who can, some of it are already graduates and can provide value
yes.
for taking the course. Others are pausing and providing services with other clients. So we have this pool of trained and experienced virtual assistants that's ready to conquer the world. So right now we started, right now we prioritize the Filipino virtual assistance graduates, okay, those
Yes.
that are done
Yes.
with the portfolio, done with the apprenticeship, because again, we want to be able to provide value to our services clients right on day one. And some of them have already been hired, some of them have already been contacted, and we're going to go full swing the next few, we are on probably like a soft opening, going
Mm,
slowly, making sure that we're not messing things, as we're starting.
yeah.
And of course, just going to grow. Right now, we're aiming on 50 clients at the end of the quarter. And
Oh,
then second quarter, we're aiming on 100 clients. And then, that will just grow from there.
Oh, something to look forward to. And I would just like to insert coach because I'm already accepting what do you call this, trainees for my third batch. So there have been a lot of inquiries already. So for those of you who are still undecided, I hope that will make you decide already. There will be a lot of clients coming in looking for VAs for social media. Okay, now coach, as a business owner, especially to those that are still starting, that have this like, I'm kind of doubtful about putting my business online, or I don't know where to start my business online. What's your advice to them?
The playing field for businesses under the pandemic has really changed. It's not anymore, being offline and thriving. If you would look around and open your eyes in the city, where you're at, there are thousands of businesses and brands that closed last year. And it's a battle of, who can be going out there and relevant in the midst of the pandemic. So there's no better way to really, the playing field is not anymore offline. It's not anymore your store. It's not anymore even how many years you've been, okay? The playing field is now online. So we are happy that we were able to establish our business online, and we have been, really experienced when it comes to how you're getting, how you're setting up, how you can provide value. And this is included in the social media course, especially the ones that we're updating right now. So if you're going to enroll with Coach Irish, these are the very value that you're getting, so if you're a freelancer, the value that you're also getting is work is waiting for you, okay? Because
exactly,
after
that's right.
We're going to be referring you to hiring agencies, okay? We're in partnership with the prominent hiring freelancing agencies in the country, so we're going to be referring you to them. And then another one is we have the in-house hiring, which is Surge. If you are also a business owner or a brand yourself, how we crafted the curriculum is this is going to fit not just for freelancers who will be applying this for their clients, but in your own business as well. So there will be like branding, how you can set up your social media authority, what are the contents that you can provide to your target market, how you would go for segmentation, for market analysis. So we really added it all here because again, the playing field is not anymore offline. Maybe when the vaccines are in, okay, right now they're saying that there's a new variant or a new strain that's Philippine based, okay, in the country for COVID, and they're saying that it's still difficult, it's still not safe out there. So what you can do is really go and position yourself online. This may go back later on and be hybrid. Okay, there will be offline and online, but what you can do in preparation is to really prepare in advance setup. Start communicating, start connecting with your clients, start connecting with your potential target market. In the online world. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you please comment in the comment section if you are able to hear me or not anymore? All right, so thank you. I think I'm still here and you can still hear me. Probably while waiting for Coach Rich, I'm going to be giving you guys, like tips on how you can advance your social media online. So I would start, like how I was able to grow with the Filipino Virtual Assistance using social media. So I can give you 10 tips, right? So number one, if you have to start with a why. Okay, so as a brand, as a business, if you have been existing, if you are already a functioning or operating brand or social or brand or company, like probably first generation, second generation, third generation, you have to have a why. Okay, why is it that you want to go out there and give value to your clients, to your customers? For me, remember my story earlier, it was because I want to be able to allow other mothers. Okay, that's where it started, the light bulb moment, like how I would be able to allow other mothers to experience what their experience, what I experienced as a freelancer. So that was my why in crafting the curriculum. That's basically the why that I'm doing right now when it comes to when it comes to the Filipino virtual assistants. That's basically why we're very motivated into giving more quality value, going global, because our why is to see quality life, like the quality of lives of the people that we serve really improve. Okay. Number two is you have to be forward thinker. So forward thinker is not being able to treat your business the way that like how calamities or how accidents or how you're doing it based on your circumstances, but you have to think in advance. You have to be always thinking on how can I establish my business right now so later on down the road I will be benefiting from it. Okay, so you have to be forward thinker. So like for example, for me, when I started, I already thought of what is it that, so
Hi,
coach,
I'm back.
no problem. I just shared tips on how I grew with the Filipino Virtual Assistance through
Hmm.
social
Yes,
media.
please.
So
Yes,
far, I
coach.
was
Yes. Thank you for
uh,
saving me.
no problem, coach. I was able to share, you have to have your why. And number two, you have to be forward thinker. So forward thinker, on my end is I already set up all the social media sites even before I knew that this is going to really blossom. So I already created groups, I already created pages, I created like different social media sites. So you have to think in advance as a brand, okay? How can I compete out there in the midst of the pandemic? What are the things that I need to set up right now in order for me to thrive, in order for me to have business continuity? So you have to think ahead, be a forward thinker, brand, or a business owner. Another one is you have to set up your social media sites properly. Again, the playing field is not anymore offline. When this is
True.
probably over, okay, hopefully it's going to still be hybrid. Okay, there's offline, there's online. So set up
Yes.
your socials properly. So you have to be optimizing everything. You have to have the right branding. Just like I mentioned earlier, yes, you may have one main social media site, but you can also have other social media sites in different platforms, so it's not a waste of opportunity. Another one
Right.
is you can start with your natural market. Okay, so you can go for, that's what I did. I started with my friends. I started offering what I have when it comes to my friends, my church mates, my relatives, my former clients. And then after that, I went for a bigger market more than my natural market. So natural
Yeah.
market are, whoever is your, like scope. So I started there, and then afterwards I went more because by then, when I started with my natural market, I have social proofs now. I have feedback now. I have, like the feedback on how I can position the brand properly, how I can move forward, being guided by their feedback. And so that's good to start with, slowly with your natural market. And then one thing that I also did is I went for paid ads, okay, especially for the likes,
Yeah.
on the first
Yeah.
1,000 likes of our page. Okay, the rest wala na. Okay, the rest I did not do any more paid
Mm.
ads because of likes.
I
Why?
see.
Because
All were organic already, coach.
yeah, the rest are organic afterwards. But the first 1,000, when we were around 500 to 1,000, I paid maybe around 900 pesos or 1,000 pesos, okay,
Mm.
for a paid likes. Why? Because when we are creating a brand online, usually the people that are coming in and liking us and following us are our relatives or our friends. and they're not
True.
the real target market. So you have to really train the machine learning, the AIs, the programs, okay, behind your socials on who the real target market is. So you have to go for paid ads so you can go and identify the real target market. Another one is social proofs. So really like social proofs like your registration,
Reviews. Mhm.
yes, your feedback, what are other people experiencing about you, stories. Okay, I think this is where we really grew. I captured stories of the hired students and played it, created a video out of it, their testimonials, and this really was very effective when it comes to the marketing. So go for social proof. Another one, this was mentioned by Coach Irish earlier, consistency. And that's basically what you can see with the Filipino virtual assistants.
Right.
It's not going to play a big factor to them if right now you're very consistent and then after a week they can't hear anything about the brand, so they don't know what you are doing. So you have to be consistent. If it's MWF, you have to be their MWF.
Mm.
If
Yeah.
you're posting something related to your brand, don't post something that's related with your brand. So you have to be consistent with your voice. You have to be consistent with the times and the days that you're posting. Number 8 is always be giving value. So in marketing, it's always giving value to your customers, creating value, delivering value, and capturing value. So when you're giving value, they will recognize you. They will see what you are and who you are and what the brand is all about. If you don't give value out there, you will just be another voice that's trying to bring attention to themselves. But if you
Mhm.
give value, they will come and visit you all the time. They will go back to your page because they're getting something from you. So always be giving value, just like what Coach Irish is doing here. By inviting me, she is giving value to potential students right there who might need the course in order for you to leverage your freelancing, or maybe business owners that you need guidance on how you can leverage your social media presence. So that's giving value to you guys. Another one is, of course, you have to really monitor and evaluate. So if nothing is measured, you don't know and you have a guidance, you're basically just walking in the dark. So you have to measure, you have to monitor all the time, you have to evaluate. So the
Analytics.
basis of your the basis of your monitoring and evaluation will be something that will be your guidance on how to scale up, how to grow the brand. Because always trust data, not your own feelings.
Yes,
Feelings
yes.
are always
Hmm.
deceiving.
Or what maybe this is what I see.
Yeah, like I feel like we're really a prosperous brand, like we're really a
Yeah.
successful brand. But when you look at your it's not really successful. Okay, you're actually spending more than what you're earning. So monitor and evaluate all the time. And then number 10 is always find inspiration. So you need to follow people, you need to be
True.
learning all the time. You need to be listening to podcasts. You need to be enrolling. You need to be equipping yourself. You need to, for me, I do inspiration by podcast, audiobooks. Of course, I'm in school. I train my feed. Like I unfollow people that are toxic. I also go and follow people that are, giving me a lot of value. So find inspiration in what you do because that will help you, grow out there. Like you can go for the sun. So when you fall, you would be on the moon. Okay, not really towards the ground. Also, go and dream big dreams, and you will always find inspiration when you keep on learning.
Yeah. Just to supplement what the last thing that you said, Coach, keep on looking for inspiration.
Mm,
Also for community, because I think that's what we are building here in the Filipino
mm,
Virtual Assistance. We are building a community of like-minded people. Like if they need
true.
support, that's
Mm,
we can give that because we have all these Facebook learning teams and
mm.
groups.
Very
Yeah.
true. It's not
Yes.
that you're alone as a freelancer, and the beauty
Right.
with the culture in the Filipino virtual assistants, it's really value giving. I'm so proud of the FBA family. Like even if I'm there, other coaches are answering, other students are answering. Like A lot of people are asking me, how are you, able to sustain? You have like 30,000 students all around the world. You have 50, 20 trainers and coaches. You have almost 20 staff as well. How are you managing it? I'm not, like I'm delegating. And the beauty with this family is it's so life-giving. You can really feel the culture, that they are there to really help you. Like you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be, and it's a lifetime support as well. So it's
Yes.
not like we've got your money, goodbye.
True, true.
Yeah, we're really committed in providing value and
Yeah.
seeing success in your friends.
Right. Yes. Coach, thank you so much for sharing all those tips and for saving me while I was away because I got disconnected.
No problem.
Thank you. And for those who have questions, feel free before we go. And yeah, what do you call this? I'm already accepting my third batch, so just message me in my Facebook page. So if we don't have any other questions, because I don't want to hold you too long, Coach, thank you once again for this time. And see you.
See you, everyone. Thank you, yes. Coach Irene.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Good night.